Good morning, children. We begin with Standard 5 EVS, Chapter 5, Anita and the Honeybees, Part 1. This is a true story. Anita Kushwaha is a girl star. Girl Stars is a project which tells extraordinary tales of ordinary girls who have changed their lives by going to school. So, the lesson which we are going to learn today is a true story about a girl called Anita Kushwaha. She is a girl star. Now, why is she called a girl star? Because this was a name given to a project. Project means some program which was done for girls, and what these girls, what extraordinary things they do in their life about common girls is was held in this program, and how they changed their lives by only going to school, by educating themselves. So let's see how she educated herself in this lesson. My name is Anita Kushwaha. I live in Bochaha village. This is in Muzaffarpur district in Bihar. I stay with my parents and two younger brothers. I study in college. Besides studying, I teach young children. I also keep honey bees. Now, as we read that this is a true story, and we are reading about Anita Kushwaha. She is introducing herself. She lives in Bochaha village, which is in Muzaffar district in Bihar. She stays with her parents and two younger brothers. Now she is in college, and she is studying also, and she teaches other young children. And she's got one more business that she does is of keeping honey bees. Now, why do we keep honey bees? Correct, for honey and the nectar that they collect and the honey that we can collect from the honey combs. So this is what she is doing besides her studying. All this has not been easy for me. When I was young, I used to spend all my time with my goats as they grazed for food. I always wanted to go to school, but my parents did not like the idea of girls going to school. Now she's talking about her childhood, that when she was a child, it was not easy to convince her parents because she was interested to go to school, but her parents did not like the idea that girls normally don't go to school. It was their thinking like that her parents did not want her to study as she was a girl. But this Anita, when she was very small in her childhood, she mostly used to spend all her time behind her goats, where they used to go to eat the grass, gaze the grass, and for the food she used to keep on roaming with these goats and wasting her time. But she was interested in studies and she wanted to go to school. So it was very difficult to convince her parents for her to start schooling. A dream of school. It was her dream to join school. Now let's read what happens. One day I peeped into the school in our village. I could not stay away. I silently went and sat down behind the children. I felt so happy. I went home and picked up courage to talk to my parents about going to school. But they told me clearly that I could not do so. That day I cried and cried. Now, this girl, Anita, she was fond of studying and she wanted to go to school and educate herself. And we know that her parents were not convinced for this. Now, one day, what did Anita do? She went to one of the village schools and she was peeping through the classroom where few children were being taught. And she was so eager and curious that she quietly went into that classroom and sat behind the other children who were being studying there and who were being taught by their teacher. And she went and she sat quietly behind them. She was so happy that day. Now, when the school left, she returned home and she took courage and she tried to talk to her parents so that she could also join school and study. But her parents clearly told her that she could not go to school, and they don't want her to be educated. So she was very sad again, and she started crying that day alone at home. One of the teachers in my village explained to my parents why it is important to study. The teacher told them that they would not have to pay anything for my education up to class 5. The teacher said that it was the right of every child to go to school. Somehow my parents agreed. I started going to school. I did not get high marks, but I always asked many questions. So, one of the teachers in Anita's village came to explain to her parents that how important study was. The teacher tried to explain and told her parents that they would not have to pay any money for primary education up to class 5. But nowadays, the primary education is free in government schools till standard 8th. So the teacher said that it was the right of Anita and every child to study till class 8th. So now somehow the teacher was able to convince her parents, and Anita started going to school. Now she was fond of studying, and she tried hard, and she could not secure very high marks in all her subjects. But she was a very smart and curious girl, and she used to ask many questions to her teachers, and she used to clear all her doubts that she had in her mind. Now find out how much money do you spend in 1 year for the various school related things. So now there's one question, that how much money we spend in our school items and all our school things. So here is a table which shows the things and the money that we spend for it. So for traveling, notebooks, your pen, pencil, all the stationery, your uniform, school bag, lunch box, shoes, and there are many other things that we spend money on. So we just have to tentatively write about our expense in this table. So traveling to school, your expense can be 10,000 yearly. So for your notebooks, you may expend 1,500, pencils 500, uniform 1,500, school bag 500, lunch box 500, shoes 500, and there are many other things, and like colors and whatever you need. Again, that expense 500, so almost 15,500 we spend only for our school items that we need in every day in the school. So this is just an question where we see that how much we spend. Now, staying in school. Time passed and soon I completed class 5. I knew that we would need to spend more in class 6. My parents said that it was time for me to leave school, but I wanted to study more. I found a way to do this. I started to teach younger children. From the money that I got, I was able to continue my studies. Now, Anita had almost reached her class 5, and now it was that at that time it was free till 5th standard. So now she had completed her 5, and now if she wanted to study further, she had to pay. So now her parents were not ready to pay for her studies, so they told her that it was time for her to leave, as she had completed till 5 the free education for every child. But Anita wanted to continue with her studies, but she had a way, and she thought of teaching other children and earning some money and continuing with her studies. So she started teaching other children, and whatever she earned, with that money she started her continued with her studies. That was after 5. One sweet memory that Anita is sharing with us. I remember some older boys in my village also used to teach young children. They did not like it when I started teaching. They started to scold and scare the children so that they would not come to me. For some time, all the children except 2 stopped coming to me. But soon they all came back because I used to teach them with love and care. So Anita is sharing and saying that when she also started teaching other children, there were some older boys in her village who also used to teach other children. So those boys did not like that Anita started teaching. So they started scolding all the younger children who used to go to Anita for tuitions. So they started scolding those younger children. So they were all afraid and they stopped going to Anita. But only 2 children, they continued going to Anita, and slowly the others who had left, they also started coming back to Anita. Why did they come to her? Because she used to teach all the younger children with love and affection. She took care of them and made them understand properly. So because of that love and care that she was giving to others, again those children who had stopped started going to her. Slowly, I started talking to other parents in the village about sending their daughters to school. My parents also started helping me in my work. My mother used to do all the housework so that I could get more time to study. Now, Anita had educated herself till class 8th, and now slowly she started making other parents also understand that how important it is for each child to study. She started convincing other children parents so that they could also send their children to school. Now even Anita's parents had understood that how important it was for every child, and especially a girl child also, to study. So now they started supporting her. So how did they support her? Anita's mother used to do all the housework so that Anita would get more time for studying and convincing other parents. From school to beekeeping. There are many lychee trees in our area. Honey bees are attracted to the lychee flowers. Many people do beekeeping and collect honey. I thought that I could also do this. I joined a course run by the government to learn about this. I was the only girl in this course. During my training, I found that honeybees lay their eggs from October to December. This was the best time to start beekeeping. Anita lived in Bochaha village, and in this village there were many lychee trees, and we all know lychee is a sweet fruit. So now the honeybees are attracted towards the flowers of these fruits on those trees. So the people in this village, this Bochaha village, they were mostly engaged with this farming, that is of beekeeping farming. So they used to collect the beehives, and they used to extract the nectar from it, and they had the business of the honeys. So even Anita thought that this was a very good line and a very good profession. So even she tried to do that job. So for this she had to learn how to carry out this beekeeping job. So she joined a course which was run by the government, and she was the only girl in this course who had come to learn how to keep bees and how to extract honey. So slowly she started learning, and she learned that the bees lay their eggs in the month of October and December. Between October, November, December, these 3 months the bees lay their eggs, and this was the best time for beekeeping and to collect honey. Here are a few questions whose answers we need to write. Your questions are: have you seen any insects near flowers? Now, find out their names and we need to write them. You need to draw and color the pictures in your notebook. Why do you think they come to the flowers? When honeybees fly, there is a kind of sound. Can you try to copy this sound? What sound does it make? So let's write these answers. So here are your answers. Have you seen any insect near flowers? Write their names. Yes, I have seen. They are honeybees, butterflies, houseflies, etc. They are always flying near flowers. You need to draw a picture of a butterfly and color it beautifully in your notebooks. Why do you think they come to the flowers? They come to the flowers to collect nectar. Flowers, in the center of a flower, you see there is nectar, and this is what they collect from the flowers and they take it to the beehive, and in that hive it changes into honey. So what they collect from the flower is nectar. When honeybees fly, there is a kind of a sound. Can you try to copy this sound? What sound is it? Correct, it is that buzzing sound. They produce a buzzing sound. When the bees fly, we hear that buzzing sound. So you need to draw a beautiful picture of a butterfly in your notebooks. So I am sharing with you a picture of a butterfly. So here is a picture of a butterfly. So children, even you can draw a butterfly in your notebook. When the question answers are shared with you at the end of the lesson, you can draw and you can color it beautiful colors, because butterflies are very colorful. So you can even color it in your books with beautiful colors. Becoming a beekeeper. Now Anita had attended the course how to keep bees, and now she had learned and she had become a beekeeper. I completed my beekeeping course, but I did not have money to keep my own bees and start work. I continued to teach and with time could collect rupees 5,000. With this money, I bought 2 boxes for keeping bees. Each box cost rupees 2,000. With the remaining money, I bought sugar to make the syrup for honeybees and medicines to clean the bee hives. So now she completed her course, but she was from a poor family, so she did not have money to start her own business. So what did she do? She continued teaching children, and in a short time she collected 5,000 rupees for herself. Now she went to buy 2 boxes. What were those boxes? She had to collect the bees in those boxes. Now those boxes cost 2,000 rupees, and she bought 2 boxes. Now with those boxes, even she had to buy some sugar for herself, so that she could keep those honeybees, and few medicines, so that she could clean those beehives with the help of the medicines. So all that 5,000 rupees that she completed in buying to keep these bees. So in this picture you can see Anita, and she's bought those boxes, and the way she is catching that mat, and it is full of bees, and how we have to manage these bees when we are a beekeeper. And now you can see in our next picture there are so many boxes, and the way we have to collect honey from the honeycombs or the hives. We need to collect that honey when the bees are on the comb, and the way we need to handle these honey bees so that they don't bite you, they don't sting you. So this is the work of a beekeeper. That was in September. By December, I had so many bees that I had to buy 2 more boxes. I was still learning about beekeeping, but many times the bees would sting me and my hands and face would get swollen. It would pain a lot. How could I complain to anybody? I myself had decided to do this work. So it was the month of September when she had purchased those boxes to keep the honey bees. So now those boxes which she had brought, and she had bought some sugar to make a syrup to attract these bees. So many bees were attracted towards those boxes that she could not manage them in those 2 boxes. So she had to buy few more boxes for herself, and she was still in the learning process. She had finished her course, but she still had to do it practically. So she was still in the learning process, and in that time these bees also used to harm her. They used to bite her on her hands, on her face, and she used to be swollen due to these bites. Now she could not complain to anybody. Why? Because it was her she had decided for herself that she wanted to do this work of keeping bees. And if we want to keep bees, then we have to be ready also for their bites. So she could not complain to anybody, and she kept on doing this work without complaining to anyone. The lychee trees come to flower in February. I put all my 4 boxes near the lychee orchards. I got 12 kilograms of honey from each box. I sold this honey in the market. This was my first earning from my bees. Now I have 20 boxes. Now the lychee trees bear these honeycombs. So now the flowers which grow on these trees, they turn into fruits. So the flowers grow in the month of February. So in this month she had put all her boxes on those lychee trees. Now she had only 4 boxes, and these flowers are they attract the bees. So now these 4 boxes were kept near those lychee trees, and Anita collected 12 kilograms of honey from each box. Means from one box she collected 12, so from 4 boxes she collected 48 kilos of honey. Now this honey, first time she went to sell into the market, and whatever price she earned from it was her first earning from these bees. Now Anita has 20 boxes with her for keeping bees. So now Anita had purchased 1 box for 2000. Now she has 20 boxes. Means how much she must have spent for 20 boxes? That is 40,000 rupees. Now she started earning more money, and she could keep on buying more and more boxes. Now she had total of 20 boxes with her. Every day I cycle to my college. My college is in the town, 5 kilometers away. When I go to college, my mother prepares the syrup for the bees. My father looks after the bees and takes the honey out of the boxes. Now she had learned how to keep bees, and she had also taught her father, and her parents were now supporting her in this work. So now she had finished her school studies, and she was going to a college which was 5 kilometers away from her village, and she used to go on her cycle. Now when she used to go to college, her mother used to prepare the sugar syrup for attracting those bees, which had to be put in those boxes. And her father used to take care of the bees, and he also used to extract the honey from those boxes, from those hives. So her parents started supporting her in this work. Anita is known by everyone in all the villages nearby. She goes to all the village meetings and talks about how important it is for everyone to study. Sometimes people make fun of her, but Anita knows what she wants to do. She does exactly what she wants to. Anita wants to become a wholesaler so that she can help the villagers to get the right price for their honey. Now Anita, as she started beekeeping, now uh, she had become an educated girl, so she was now a well-known person in most of the villages nearby her village. And she used to go and have many meetings with the people, and she used to explain to them that education is very important for them also and for their children. Sometimes some people used to make fun of her, and she knew that this would happen, but she was very firm in what she wanted to do, and she continued doing what she wanted. She wanted to become a wholesaler in this business. Why? So that she could purchase honey from the people who used to keep honey bees and collect nectar and honey, and then sell it in the market so that these villagers could get the perfect price and the exact price of what they were collecting honey. So she wanted to do and become a wholesaler. So here are a few questions. We need to write their answers. So come on, let's read them and write their answers. Anita and others in her village get rupees 35 for 1 kilogram of honey. How much does 1 kilogram of honey cost in your village? 1 kilogram is around 400 rupees, and they get only 35 rupees for 1 kilogram when they sell their honeys after keeping those honey bees. What are the different colors of the honey that you have seen? Sometimes we see it is brown or dark brown, or sometimes it is golden in color. Every beehive has one queen bee that lays eggs. There are only a few males in the hive. Most of the bees in the hive are worker bees. These bees work all day. Now, in a beehive, we all have seen a beehive. In that beehive, there is one queen bee. This queen bee, what work she has? She lays only eggs in the hive. That is her work. There are only few males in the whole hive. And all the other bees, we see that the beehive is full of bees. So most of the bees, all the bees are the worker bees. Worker bees, their work is to work the whole day, fly from flower to flower, collect the nectar and bring back to the hive. This is the work of the worker bees that they have to do the whole day. They make the hive and also look after the baby bees. They fly around flower in search of nectar. They collect nectar from flower for honey. When one bee finds flower with nectar, it does a special kind of dance by which the other bees can know where the nectar is. The worker bee are very important for the hive. Without worker bees, there would be neither hive nor any nectar collection. Now, these worker bees are the very important bees in the hive. They not only bring nectar flying from flower to flower, but they also take care of the baby bees in the hive. What is the work? As I said, they fly from flower to flower. Once one bee finds good nectar in any flower, they perform a dance, a different type of dance by which the other bees know that that particular kind of flower has very good nectar in them. So they collect all the nectar and they bring back to the hive. And if these worker bees don't work, there would be no nectar and there would be no hive. All bees in the hive would go hungry. The male bees have no special role as workers. Now, if these worker bees don't work, don't bring nectar and convert it into honey in the hives, all the other bees, the male bees, they would go hungry. These male bees have no work in the hive. Now there are a few questions. Let us read them and answer them. Your question is, which are some other insects that live in groups like honeybees? So mostly we see ants, termites are white ants, and wasps. Wasps are like house flies. So they are also always move in a group. Now ants, talking about ants. Ants live and work together like honeybees. The queen ant lays the eggs. Soldier ants look after and guard the ants' nest. Worker ants are always busy looking for food and bringing it to the nest. Termites and wasps also live like this. So now the same way how these worker bees work, in the same way the worker ants also work. Now laying eggs is the work of the queen ant. She lays only eggs. The soldier ants, what are soldiers who take care of the country and their region? The same way these ants, there are soldier ants who take care of the nest. They only protect the nest wherever these ants are living under the ground in those holes. So they protect that holes. And the worker ants, they go in search of food. When they find any food like some insects or sugar, they pull and they take it into their nests. So the same way, even these white ants, termites and wasps, they also work in the same way how these bees and ants work. Now your question is, how have you seen where ants live? What kind of eatables attract ants? And look at a line of an ant. What is its color? So the different colors of the ants. So now let us write these answers. So have you seen where ants live? Ants usually live under the ground or inside walls. What kinds of eatables attract ants? Ants are attracted by sugary items, grains or dead insects. And what color are the ants? They are black, brown or red in color. Now there are few more questions. Have you been bitten by an ant? And what color, like a black ant or a red ant, big or a small? Do ants ever come near you? When? Now look carefully at a big ant and a small ant, and how many legs do they have? So now let's write these answers. So have you been bitten by an ant? So yes, I have been bitten by an ant. And what color it was? It was a red big ant. Mostly red ants, they bite you. Then do ants ever come near you? Yes, they do come near me. When do they come? When some sugar or some sweets or other eatable items are lying around me, they come near me. So these ants are attracted towards sweet things, mostly sweet things. Now, how many legs do big and small ants have? They both have 6 legs. Now, we need to draw a picture of an ant also in our notebooks. Now, while eating peanuts, you probably throw away the shells. Why don't you try to make some insects by using these shells? Do not forget to color them. Now, peanuts are mungfali that we eat. So the shell looks like an ant. We can make legs and try to make a insect or an ant out of it. I'm sharing to you how it looks, how a peanut looks when we make it like an insect. So as you can see this in the picture, from a peanut shell, an ant is made. You can make the eyes and small legs, and then that peanut shell looks like an ant. So dear children, I hope you have understood this lesson. And the homework for this part is that you need to read this lesson from the text, and whatever question answers that are discussed in this part, you need to write them into your textbook. And the question answers and fill in the blanks and other exercises will be discussed in part 2. So thank you and have a very nice day.